Hello and welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we will learn how to create our very own app in Django. Now, an app in Django is nothing but it is, let's say, if you're trying to build a website or any application, an app is an individual entity in that website that performs some particular thing. Just imagine that app is a particular part of a website which performs some particular function. So that is what an app is, and we will learn how to create a new app in the Django project. So right now we only have the by default app. And now we are going to learn how to create our very own app by using a set of commands. Now, even before that, I actually want to tell you a thing that in the previous lecture we have started this server, which is this server right here. And if you actually typed in the URL over here and hit enter, as you could see, this thing actually started up the server and we got this result, that is, it worked. Now, whenever you actually want to stop the server, what you simply need to do is that you need to go here and press Ctrl+C, and that is actually going to stop your server. So once your server is stopped, you could go back here, and if you try to refresh this thing this time, as you could see, it says unable to connect, and that is because the server has now stopped running. So if you again have to run your server, you again need to type in this command, and again your server is going to start on the same address, which is 127.0.0.1 port 8000. So that is how you could run your server. Now let's go ahead, hit Ctrl+C, and the server is going to stop again. So now let's go back and understand what an app actually is. So for that, let me just minimize this. And if you open up your new site directory, as you could see, we have our my site right here. So if you open up my site, as you could see, there is only one folder which is called as my site. So this my site is actually one particular app or one particular entity of a huge website that which we are going to develop. Now, what we want to do here is that we also want to create a directory which is similar to my site, which is also going to have all these kinds of files. Now, we cannot technically call this my site as an app, but it is a directory. But when you develop app in Django, it is also nothing but a directory or a folder which is going to contain a bunch of files. So now let's go ahead and create our very first app. So in order to create your app, you need to go to the command prompt and make sure that you are into this path right here. And here you need to type in Django-admin start app. So start app is the command which we are going to use to start our very own app. And now let's name this app as books, because let's assume that we are developing a website which is going to display a list of books. So if you hit enter, this command actually has created the app which is called as books for you. So if you want to verify if the app was created, you could simply switch to PyCharm. And as you could see, now we have an additional folder which is called as books. So if you try to open up books, as you could see, there are a bunch of files over here as we had in the my site folder or the my site directory. So this thing right here is nothing but your app, and these are the things which are actually called as the elements of your app, which are going to make this app which is called as books. So there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 files in your app directory, and we are going to learn what functions do they perform. So we are going to go through each and every file which is present in the books folder or the books app, and we are going to learn that in the upcoming lecture. So this lecture was just about how to create your very own app and what an app actually is. So an app is actually the smallest entity in your website which is going to perform some function. So as we are creating a bookstore, let's say that we want the books app to kind of have information about books. So that's it for this lecture, and in the next lecture we will learn about the significance of all these three things. And it is going to make a lot more sense when you understand what is the significance of these files and how they actually make up the entire books app. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.